What's growing on, everyone? This is your long lost friend. I have returned for the 2026 gardening season, and I am excited. This will be my third year gardening, and I'm going to make sure that it is the most successful year yet. So if you want to see the seeds that I've gotten, what I plan on growing, and my seed starting setup, make sure you watch it till the end of this video. Let's get started. So we should begin. All right, so a few housekeeping things. If you are new here, my name is Amira, and this is my channel with Saving Money with Mira, which started as a channel to show people how to save money, which has shifted into showing people how to save money with sustainable living and growing, and the things that I've done and used to grow my own food. With that being said, let's talk about 2025, okay? I am incredibly proud of my garden. I'll insert some clips for you guys to see if you haven't seen any of the content that I made last year. I'm very, very proud of the things that I grew. I grew things I've never grown before, and I also started my own seeds. And so I was successful in that. I grew things from seed. Like, that is year 2, nuts. So, but a big mistake that I made from the very beginning is not getting ahead enough, or just ahead of the summer heat. I think both times that I've started my gardens, it has been, don't judge me. I started those gardens in June, late May, June. And I'm in zone 8B in Mississippi, and baby, I'm here to tell you that is when it gets hot. Really, really, really hot. And so I don't feel like my space is big enough for a drip irrigation. Either that, or I just don't want to wrap my mind around setting up drip. So that means you're gonna have to get up and water it. And so that's my biggest downfall. That to this day has been my biggest downfall. So 2026, I'm going to water my garden. All right, so we'll go over more. We'll talk about more of the things that happened in 2025, but baby, we are moving forward. The past is the past. We're letting that be. And we're gonna talk about the seeds that I've purchased. I've got seeds. I've actually really built. I've been keeping all of the seeds that I own here. I don't have one of those books. I just don't. And it works for me. And I actually have a random Ziploc bag of eggshells. If you're gardening, you know. So I currently have all of the seeds right here that I have accumulated. I've kept some of my pepper seeds. Very, very proud. Very, very proud. And I know now, because I have never started my seeds in January ever before. I'm only going to be incredibly successful this year. I know it. I see it. So before we get into all that, I want to talk about the seeds that I've purchased. I am a frequent flyer of the Okra Lady. I'm sure if you've ever heard of her, you've probably seen her on TikTok. She has her TikToks are she's very, very popular on TikTok. But she has this Etsy seed shop, and this might be year 2. I believe this is the second year that I bought seeds from her, and I love purchasing with her. And so I'll definitely shameless plug the Okra Lady. You can find her on TikTok, but she does have if you're on Etsy, and most of us are, you can go to you can search the Okra Lady LLC on Etsy and get your seeds, because it's not too late. All right, so I want y'all to know that I waited until I waited until all my seeds came, all of my grow lights came, everything came to shoot this committee. All right, so let's see. I actually don't even remember. Oh, she gave me labels. Oh, Gold Star. Gold Star all the way around. So I'm going over. I love her packaging as well. It's so cute. Purple Beauty bell pepper. I have pepper seeds. My peppers did not do that well last year. And so I want to try growing my own. I bought some starts as well. Pause. The starts that I bought last year, I don't know if it was because the season was so late. I bought starts from like a package store. I don't remember which one. And they did not do well. And I really truly believe like it was the heat. But the peppers didn't do well. The tomatoes, they just did not do well. So that is one reason why I'm just like, okay, January, I'm starting these seeds. I am not going to purchase any seeds from the store. I just don't trust it. And, you know, some of it is my fault. Yes, it is. But some of it is their fault, too. All right, I have a Jubilee tomato. I have a Golden Shelf blanching celery. Celery is something that I actually want to grow. I think I might be behind on growing it. But I got the seeds in it. I got the seeds. This is my banana peppers. I've seen how prolific these can be, and I want to see what that life is about. And then I need more pollinators in my garden, so I've got the African daisy. So shout out, shameless plug, you guys, if you're looking for seeds, support small businesses, and to purchase from the Okra Lady. I really didn't need to buy no seeds. When I promise you, I did not need any more seeds. And that doesn't even look like a lot, but it's a lot. Okay, a few plugs here on this next one. This is a Southern Exposure Seed Exchange. I heard several content creators talk about this company, but I heard about these seeds in particular. I'm gonna believe her name is Farm Unique. I've been following her for a few years on TikTok, and she's transitioned to YouTube as well. But I saw her do her garden walkthrough, and she's gone viral for her collard greens. But I knew that they were a different variety from the ones that I had, and I have never successfully grown any type of green, actually. I successfully grew a cabbage, and that's it. I can't get the seeds out of here. I love when they're in big packages. So, literally everything she said, every collard variety she said she had, I went right over to the Southern Exposure Seed Exchange website and I purchased them all, honey. And so here, oh, look at this package. I got a lot of seeds. Girl, you ran it up. I love the packaging. Okay, so let's get into it. I've got the White Mountain cabbage collards. Baby. I've got Wally's favorite cabbage collard. I've got the Mini Moselle collard green. I'm doing the most, y'all. Like, I didn't feel like I needed carrot seeds. I have not grown. I'm determined, y'all. I am determined to grow carrots, and they've been the bane of my existence. I actually got 2 variety of carrots, so I've got the ever tried and true Danvers variety of carrots. And then I wanted to, spice it up a little bit. I got the St. Valley variety carrots. I just want them to grow, like, for real. I got this yellow bell pepper, the sweet sweet bell pepper. I think that'll be cute. I want to add some color to my garden this summer. I've got a sweet banana pepper. This is so nice. Yeah, I do the most. And I've got this Cherokee purple tomato. So I bought this as a start last year, and I've got a few of them to grow. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and see if I filmed any of the ones. Cherokee purple tomatoes, but they taste very, very good. And I want them to get that big. I want them to be big and bulky. You understand? I want them to look like this when I grow them. So hopefully I can get some. I'm gonna get them a good healthy. I'm going to get them a good healthy start, and then I'm gonna have my big bulky. So remember I said that. So later on when I stunt and I flex and I all the feels. I'm more so excited as well about this tomato. I have never grown the Paul Robeson tomato. I've heard a million, gazillion people talk about how good this tomato is. And I'm not even a tomato person, but I have to grow it, and I also just have to support him. I heard very great things about him. I have not done my research on him yet, but I've just heard a gazillion things about him. Also, Paul. All right, before we move on any further, I would like to give an award for the best plant of 2025, okay? If I could give an award to the best plant in my 2025 garden, and this is without a doubt probably one of the most resilient plants in my entire garden, and which was actually in a grow bag, I don't know if it speaks to the stuff I put, the fertilizer, or the actual plant itself, but I will definitely give the yellow pear-shaped cherry tomato the award for 2025, because honey, that thing just kept going. I remember I was like, there's no way this plant is still alive. I hadn't been out there at this point weeks, okay? I have not been in my garden in weeks, and it is August, and this plant is continuing to just put out things. It is insane. And it was continuing to put out tomatoes when I pulled it up. There were still tomatoes on there, and there were barely leaves. I do not know how this thing was continuing to go, but not only are they incredibly tasty. I've heard so many people talk about how the yellow pear-shaped tomato, now I don't even know the variety. All right, let's get into my seed starting setup. So guys, I know that in my research, I was trying to find, and as very on brand for me and this channel, I wanted to find the cheapest option for starting these, because gardening in general, right, can just get expensive. You can, okay? Contrary to what you might have heard or saw, you can spend a lot of money gardening. And so I have tried to the best of my ability to find a lot of the cheapest ways to be successful with gardening without spending a lot of money. All right, because it's the way things are going, it doesn't look too high. All right, so I've purchased the bulk of all of the things that I'm going to be starting my seeds with on Temu. It took some time for some of it to get here, but I finally have all the pieces in place that I need to go ahead and start my season, honey. I've got it. So I decided to purchase these cups. I see so many gardeners use these cups to start seeds. And I also would like to thank all of the gardeners, all of the OG gardeners. And I'll say this: the only people in this world that I am jealous, and I mean green jealous of, are the people that can grow food year round. Because what do you mean it's January and you have this lush food forest in your backyard? Like, that is insane to me, the things that you guys have been growing, and I've been watching it all, and just completely green. I'll continue. All right, so like I said, these cups, I bought 100 of these cups. I do not plan on using all of them, but I will have every cup I need for the season, hopefully, in here. And I purchased these trays. Now this is 10 in a pack. Y'all, if I think I can find out. I'm not taking it apart right now. 10 in a pack. I can put my cups on here, water the bottom, still continue to water the bottom, And I have my grow lights in my shelves where I'm about to take you right now. So this is my very cheap growing setup for 26. Okay, so for the ones who start their own seeds, the biggest hurdle that I have, aside from getting the fans, are making sure that this can get as close as it can to the lights, so that I can get the germination that I'm looking for. So I probably will sit these on boxes when I start my seeds until the seeds sprout, and then you can further like move them away. Aside from getting the pans, another thing that I'm thinking about adding, because these are my couponing shelves that I used to keep a lot of my stuff that I stockpile on. And so they are very, if you can, I'm gonna step back. If you see how much space there is between one shelf and there's a lot of space, and I didn't think about that. So in a way to contain this light, because I just feels like the light just escapes after a certain point. So I want to try to get, I think I want to do 4 from on the back and on the sides at the very least, because I do not have the domes. I don't have the domes. So you like things are put on top of it. So I'm trying to do, start these the best way that I can without getting just a whole ton of equipment. And so the lights that you see, the trays, were all purchased on Temu for a very low price. And it came with its own zip ties. If you can see right here, it came with its own zip ties. I'm not even sure what setting to set this on, but it has this difference. Hey, I think it's good for what I needed to do, okay? So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I am Saving Money with Mary, and this is my 2026 gardening journey. We're starting it off in January. So if you like the content that you've seen so far, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment down on when you're getting started. Hey, I might be late for some, but baby, I am right on time. I'll see y'all in my next video. We're getting ready to overwinter the garden as well as start seeds. So make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss when I upload any more of my content. I'll see y'all in my next video.